Lucien decided to take a tour of the earthworks. It behooved him to learn about the resources available here and the men alongside whom he would be fighting. He began encountering the latter almost immediately. Following the sounds of shelling, he found his path teeming with Krieg guardsmen in their hundreds, like industrious ants scuttling around a giant nest. Many of them carried digging equipment, busy extending the already expansive trench network. They moved aside for Lucien to pass, but always returned to their work as soon as he had. They never spoke to him. When Lucien lifted his head, he could see the towers of the Ramillies-class star fort, far closer and looming even larger now than before. He could also see tangles of razor wire, with several bloodied orc corpses caught up in it. "When was the last attack?" he asked. One of the Krieg men answered him, even as he hefted another shell up to his comrades on the platform.
"It happened 16 hours ago, my lord. An orc mob came at us across no man's land. Most of them were slowed by the wire, enough for our laser guns to put them down before they could reach us."
"And the rest?"
The captain ordered a bayonet charge.
Lucien was surprised. "You went over the top. Why didn't you use the artillery you have? If the greenskins were struggling with the wire, they'd have made easy targets. You could have simply blasted them to shreds." No trace of emotion inflected the Kriegman's voice as he answered.
"Artillery shells are valuable."
Lucien had heard that Kriegmen never showed emotion. He had heard that they never removed their masks in front of outsiders, even where the atmosphere was breathable. He was starting to believe it. "How many casualties, Lieutenant?" asked Lucien. He had encountered some orcs in his time that were almost, not quite, a match for a space marine. They could probably have snapped a Death Korpsman's fragile neck with one flex of their clumsy fingers, especially when worked into a frenzy.
83 corpsmen were expended in the battle, but the threat of the orcs was neutralized, so those lives were worthwhile.
Lucien found the man's attitude unusually pragmatic for a human.